Hey, Lisa here, Front Row Promotions. How are you all doing tonight? Tonight we have the band called Alice in the house. Alice, welcome to Front Row. How are you all doing?
Doing great. Thanks for having us. Hello.
Doing good.
Right.
Yeah.
Good. Where are you
Thanks for
guys
having
from?
us.
You're welcome. Where are you all from?
Well,
we're based in LA. We're based in LA, but we're all from different parts of the country. So.
Well, okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So do you live in California, or you're from different places? Is that what it is?
We're from different places living in California now. Yes.
Okay, good. Do you live close to each other in California?
We do. It makes life easy.
Yeah. That's good. So let me ask you, your band's name, Alice. What's that about? How did that come about?
Great
That's
question.
a really good question.
Scott, Gordon, and I were in a band called Mankind is Obsolete, and we had been on tour for a year, and we came back really juicy and full of ideas and just started jamming. And Mankind is Obsolete is more of an industrial punk band. And so, the ideas that we came up with for Alice just didn't quite fit that format. And we were looking to really expand our genre. And so we loved Joshua Tree, and we went out to the desert, and we were just musing a lot of ideas. And Gordon came up with this idea of Alice. We were thinking of how do we describe in one word the music that we're coming up with, and it felt like it described it perfectly, because we were coming up with music that was very surreal, that feels like we're taking people on a journey.
Right.
And so that's kind of where the idea came from. So a desert trip.
Oh, I like it. I do. I like it. So Alice, what are you guys into? Where are you going? What's your plans? What's happening?
Well, we have a tour coming up this spring, and we're going to be going basically all the way from Los Angeles to the Northeast. So we're going to be hitting up New York City,
Baltimore,
Pennsylvania, Virginia. Are we doing Baltimore, Tosh?
We're not doing Baltimore. We're doing different regions of Pennsylvania, New York, Massachusetts. We did DC in the fall, but we're not doing actual Baltimore this particular round. But we are playing in Easton, Pennsylvania. So hopefully that's close-ish. So yeah.
Awesome. I have a few friends in PA, so maybe I can catch you there.
Yes, I hope so.
Nice. Yeah.
So cool. Cool. So what is the? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And I was going to say, so we're touring, and we're also working on some new music. We got together earlier this year and just did a bunch of writing. So we've got a lot of new songs on deck. So we're just working on that as well. But really focusing on getting ready for the tours as well.
Awesome. So it hasn't kicked off yet. So it's about ready to. That's cool. And where's your first place you're going?
Our first show is Reno on April 20th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So cool. So exciting. Oh, so sweet. Now, have you did any other tours, or is this your first together?
Oh, no. We've toured a lot.
Okay.
It's actually kind of our life. We tour quite a bit. So
awesome.
When the pandemic hit in 2020, we were actually scheduled to do 4 tours that also took us into Mexico and Canada. And we shifted gears and made them all virtual. So we were able to actually play virtual shows with our friends in other bands, and actually in other countries. It didn't limit us in terms of geography. So that was awesome.
That's good.
Yeah. But when in the latter part of 2021, we started touring live again. And we've just been touring and making music. So yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. And I love that. So at what age, at each individual, you all can answer this, at what time in your life did you realize that, hey, this is what I want to do? I want to be a musician.
I'm stuck on the definition of musician. You mean professional musician, paid, fully get
what you're doing right now. At what point in your life did you realize
I think I was in high school, and I just realized that I was looking in my calendar, like my book, and this is back in the old days when there was actually pages in a book.
Oh yes, I remember.
It wasn't in my
things.
phone, but I just remember looking in and going like, I don't remember saying yes to this gig. Oh yeah, I'm doing that gig too, and that gig, my calendar is full of gigs I don't remember booking, and I was like, that's a sign. I just keep rolling on this. Yeah.
Right. I gotcha. But
for me, I started getting paid to do music when I was in junior high. I was a pianist, and so I would accompany other people for their concerts or their auditions. And it's funny because even though I got paid at the time, it never occurred to me to declare it so. Like I was like, oh, it's just something I do, and people pay me to do it. But it wasn't until I think it was my first semester in college when I realized, after switching majors at least 12 times, that music really was the only thing that fit my identity. And I realized that I'd been fighting it because I was surrounded with a lot of people who had a high regard for academics, which is wonderful. But I was kind of the dark sheep in the family, and realized that, it was the only thing that was a natural fit for me, that I'd been paid for like all along. And it was at that point that I realized that was really, why fight the flow, so to speak.
Right.
And I just kind of went with it.
And that this is what I'm going to do. And that's good. Follow your heart, follow your passion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Next on the list, anybody?
I'll jump in.
Okay. All right.
I think for me, I have always sort of just like dabbled in different art forms. And then as an adult is when I really came to like love music and music performance. And I mean, just the idea, especially of like being in a unit of people that make music, like a group of people with a common goal to like put that forward. So I think I came to it a little later as far as like wanting to do it professionally, but there's just nothing to me like as just addicting as a group of people, and especially this group of people who are like, and we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do this, and it's gonna be great. And so I feel like yeah, I think the win is later in life, but the enthusiasm for the idea of treating it like a profession is that's just an on fire thing, I think, for all of us. So
right, that's cool. That's cool. How about you, Carl?
Then I'm last. Yay. I think the year I was probably 17, because I had an amazing cello teacher in high school. His name was Drew. And he was the first one that really had me step away from just sheet music and what's in front of you. And we started using our lessons, like first half was learning music. The second half was just jamming. And I was thinking, this is fun. I could do this. I'm not sure about orchestra, but I could do this collaboratory kind of thing. And I never thought it would actually be anything, or that I would get to do this until literally beginning of 2022. And that was my first time I went on the road with Alice as a musician. So I'm realizing this kind of late, but I'm glad it happened.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm glad. And you all get along well. And I watched some of your videos and the making of the one that you did in the pool. And I can't remember the name of it, but yes, I was like, wow, these guys, look at the energy these guys and gals have. I mean, guys meaning gals, but I'm like, this is so cool to do something with all of you all together like that. It's an amazing feeling, I'm sure.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun together. We really do. It's awesome.
That is so cool. So cool. Did I get your answer, Scott?
Oh, no. I guess I'll try to keep it short. So
it's okay.
I didn't start playing music professionally. I didn't know that I really wanted to be like a professional musician or get paid for music, but it's actually one of the first jobs I've had like out of high school. Because I just like immediately like moved away. I grew up in New Jersey. and I had friends in upstate New York. So I immediately just like moved upstate New York and lived with a bunch of my friends. And I realized that, oh, I need to get a job. Like, I don't really know what I'm doing or what to do. And one of my friends was like, why don't you just work at this local restaurant? They're hiring for like a guitarist. So I just went in every night and just played, you know, and I got paid to do it. So that was my first professional gig.
Well, that's good. It's a start. Yeah.
It's never been so much about getting paid to do music, but I'm really grateful to have that, because I feel like, you know, it's definitely like, it's amazing to be able to get paid and to play.
Well, that's good. It feels good doing what you like to do, and especially feels much better when you get some money for it. You know, that's a good feeling. Yeah. So that's good. Money in your pocket. So how about you, Gordon?
Oh, as far as first gig, well, first paid gig, I'm not sure if we were paid, because it was like a family dinner kind of thing. My grandfather was a part of the Lions Club. I don't know if you ever know the Lions Club. And they were having their dinner, and my brother played piano and I was playing guitar by that time. And so they wanted some background music. So my brother and I did it. And now that I think back, I'm like, we basically played Simon and Garfunkel. I think it was a Nirvana tune, like Heart Shaped Box or something. I don't know.
Oh,
we played
I love that one. Yeah.
Basically all the stuff we knew. It wasn't, you know, the irony is that I do a lot of background music in hotel restaurants now, and Heart Shaped Box we've never played. You know, Smells Like Teen Spirit, yes.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
I think I was destined to play background music in restaurants.
Well, it all blends well. You guys are amazing. I would love to show a video right now, if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah.
Do you have a specific video that you would love to show, or any one I pick? I
mean, well, we just released a music video for The Dead Lucky. It was a collaboration with Image Comics, an amazing team of writers and artists over there.
Awesome.
So that's a really fun music video. So that's super fresh in our minds.
Awesome.
But if you have a favorite that you like, you could play that too. So
maybe I can play too, and during the I'm trying to say broadcast and the show together, and it's all tongue tied. I get like that sometimes. But yeah, we'll play the one you said, and then the one I really like, Electrical. I love how you did it with the water. That's so cool. Oh my God, how do you do that? But that just made my like goosebumps all over, the good goosebumps, you know.
No, that's awesome. We had a lot of fun making that. It was, you know, again, during the pandemic, I think a lot of us got into projects that we had more time to do. And one of our friends made a rain machine in his backyard, just because, you know, some people made bread, some people made rain machines. And
I love it.
Yep.
And so Sasha had the idea of wanting it to be a rain shoot. Sasha, you can speak more to this, but
it was so fun. Well, so we were thinking, where can we shoot this? We want to be in the water. We have no idea how to do that. You know, I talked with Carl ad nauseum about how do we do it and not destroy the nice camera, right? You know, like, because a lot of our music videos we shot on our phones, you know? And so then of course, like, we're like, okay, let's look. So we're going to do this with like a camera, right? So let's not destroy it. So like, we have great behind the scenes of Carl with the camera with an umbrella in one hand and like the raincoat over him and the camera. But so we called up our friend and we're like, you have a cool backyard. Can we film in your backyard? We're going to rent a rain machine if we can find one for cheap. And he was like, I just built one.
I love it.
It was just meant to be. It was meant to be. So
it's just meant to happen. Yeah. Well, since we're talking on that, I'll play that one first, and then we'll go into the other one.
Thank you.
Okay.
Dead Lucky. You're welcome. You're welcome. And I'm going to turn so I can get the video in. Let me know if y'all can see it. And I'll start playing it here. And I'll crank it up some too. Let me see. Oh, of course, we got a commercial.
Sweet.
It says recordings just got better. It said so in the commercial.
There we go. Can y'all hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And see it? All right.
Oh yeah.
Good.
I think the dog likes the chorus.
Well, that's very cool. And then I'll play the next one in a few minutes. So what was, if you can tell me about that video? I'm sorry, I played this one and I was going to play the other one first, but I just went ahead and played this one. I'm sorry.
No, that's awesome. Thank you for playing that.
You're welcome. It's really cool. I love how they do the cartoons and then you go back to you guys, and it's a really cool video. How long did it take to make that?
I'm not sure. There was a team of artists that worked on it. We just did the musical part of it, and also the obviously the live video. We were doing a live stream that day, and the one of the main writers, Melissa Flores, asked if we could do some live shooting for her. So our part took, well, I mean, I don't remember how long the music part took. Do you remember, Gordon or Scott?
I mean, the live.
Yeah, the live went pretty quickly. the whole production, was a very quick turnaround for us. But I know Scott was furiously mixing while we were on our last tour. But really, yeah, we collaborated. We knocked the song out so quickly because they had this opportunity for us to do this theme. We were so excited about it, and there were so many things going on. But we're like, this is great. We got to do this too. Just like Sasha said, they're like, we're gonna do a million things, and yeah, the actual video we just shot in a day. It was just like, hey, let's shoot a video today. Okay, we'd never actually played the song live. We had only kind of like pieced it together, so that was really exciting to perform it for the first time.
That's really cool.
For the video, like you're seeing us play it for the first time.
That's amazing. It really is pretty cool. Yeah, and I love your voices. Oh my Lord, it's just so soft, gentle, and it's like, and it's rock and roll. It's so many different sounds in there. It's just so cool. I love it. Absolutely amazing, guys. You're welcome. You're welcome. Can I play the next video? And then I'm going to go to the board, and there looks like a lot of things that are coming in. So I want to make sure you all see the messages and everything. You might have already seen them. I think you're answering people, but that's cool.
We're on the chat.
Yeah. Yes, there you go. And it's good that you see that, because usually I like to post it on the board, but I like to make sure that everybody gets heard, that that they're watching. But yes, let me play the next video. And this, oh my God, this one's really, really cool. They're all really, really cool, but this one is really super with the rain. I love it. So I'm gonna turn you around again. Here we go. Make sure we all can see. Alrighty, let's see there. All right, and here we go. All right, perfect. Love it. Oh my God, yes.
Just for you to be safe. I don't wanna be a part of what that means. I don't wanna be the sinner or the slave. Keep me locked up in a cage. I don't wanna be the bearer of your vow. Be the first to fall when walls come crashing down. Bury the ashes of the past. Love can be a weapon in disguise. You're running out.
Wow. Woo! Super cool.
Yeah.
Thank
Wow.
you.
You're welcome. I really like that. I just saw that and I just had to watch it again earlier today, and I watched it before, and I'm like, oh yeah, we're playing that one. We're definitely playing that one. So I love the rain. It's like sensual. It's romantic and all kind of stuff in that. Oh wow.
Oh,
So
well,
Well,
cool.
thank you.
thank
It's always
you. And
it's always so cool to hear how people receive the art that we put out there, because I know it means something differently for each one of us, and then when we put it out into the world, it's always really beautiful to hear how people translate it on their end. So we really appreciate that feedback. It's really
awesome.
that's really special and wonderful for us.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, because I saw first of all the rain caught me, and then when the kissing and the slow dancing, and then the guitar on the ground, and it's like, and you of course everybody's wondering like, how does your stuff don't get messed up? What's going on there? Like I'm glad nothing got like rained on or messed up there. But I saw romance. I saw sensual. I saw just all kind of. I'll be watching that again. I'll definitely be listening to it. It's just so cool. I love it. You get a big, big, big. Yes. They're the ones there. That's what my co-host, and I'm sorry my co-host can't make it tonight. She's under the weather a little bit, but we always like to show our love and throw our hearts out there. So,
Oh, I love that.
yes. And so we said, send some love out to Kandi. Her name's Kandi.
Oh, I hope you feel better, Kandi.
Feel better. Here's
And
the
she,
hearts.
y'all, hearts for Kandi. And she's in Canada, and I'm in Baltimore. And I'm going to be meeting her for the first time in Nashville. And they have a Rockin' Pod at the expo. And we'll be there and to meet her. And we're going
That's
to
awesome.
have a 3-day weekend. Yes. So that's really, really cool. So yeah, I like to go to the board and see, you might have seen already some messages, but just in case if I didn't catch one, Susan Burton is her mom, and she is also in Canada. And so hi mom, hi Susan, Susan mom. And she says, how do you find you on Instagram?
Oh yeah, so we're on Instagram. If you search for Alice Music Official, just one word.
Alice,
And that's how
say
you
that
find
again.
it.
Alice
Music Official. Yes.
Okay, Alice Music Official. Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is, right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if there's anyone else there. She was saying wow, wow, wow to your music videos and your music. It is really cool. I love it. Let's see. Someone said, Lisa, if you like electrical from the music video, you should witness the song live. Ooh, it hits that much more in a live atmosphere. Oh, I would love to see that live. You absolutely right. I have to catch you in Pennsylvania because you come in Baltimore and that's where I'm at. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's okay. I'll catch you in PA.
Yay.
Awesome.
Yes. Then you were Tash. Oh, come on, show it. There we go. We were so honored to be part of it, and yes, that would be amazing. Aw, so cool. And Sharon, Susan gave you some hearts and a wine glass, like cheers. Awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome. And then she was like, Burn Rush said, I am so thrilled you collaborated with Image Comics and Melissa. I hope she suggests to Kyle Higgins to do more for the massive verse. So cool.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
we're very excited about that.
Awesome. Oops, where did it go? Oh, where's my board? I didn't say hide. Come on, get back. No, I don't want to hide your comment. Where did it go? Alrighty. I don't know where it went to, but anyway, what happened? But yeah, there'll be more coming up. If they do, I didn't start it. Wait a minute. Maybe that's why. Okay, it took me out. All right. So yeah, my next question is the makeup. I love the makeup. How did you design that? What did you do? Tell me about that.
So we many moons ago, we decided when we were working on the 13th Hour album that we were going to release a music video, a new song, and new artwork every full moon. Okay. And we did that for 14 months. So it was so much, like we were constantly like making new music and new artwork, and it was a very exciting time. And we decided during that time, we kind of created this whole like post-apocalyptic little universe during that time for the story to take place in. And we were trying to figure out, like, in a post-apocalyptic universe, how would Alice represent itself visually as much as we did sonically. And so we thought of this face paint as kind of a way to mark ourselves as like a family, as like a unit, like these are our people. And so we have some amazing hair and makeup artists that we've had the pleasure of working with, and Rachel Lee is our our dream girl. She's our makeup guru, and so she we came up with these designs, and it all means something a little different. And as we are fond of saying, how detailed and beautiful it is really depends on how much time we have to get ready.
That's yeah. It takes a lot. It's a lot of energy. It's a lot of work to put regular makeup on itself, but to put the extra on, and it's like, wow. Now, how do you keep it on? Like when you do videos that are like that in the rain and stuff like that, is there a certain powder or certain spray you use?
So we do use waterproof face paint. First of all, it's waterproof, and then we set it with a setting spray. And so and it depending on how exciting the water consumption, I suppose, is going to be, it's slightly different. You know, like if we're doing it for stage, it's a different beast than if we're going to be swimming in a pool in it, you know. And slightly different process for each one, but it's all waterproof, and thank goodness, because we rock out. So whether we're in the rain or not, we need the waterproof makeup.
That's true. That's true. Oh, well, it looks amazing. I love it. And I'm like,
I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say that Sasha's actually done some really amazing makeup tutorials on like how she does the makeup for the stage makeup. And she's incredible. Like it's funny when we have like no time at all. Like I've watched her literally she's done the makeup in like a matter of minutes. So it's really incredible what she can do. So
there's one time where she like swipes her hand across Gordon's face and she's like, "You're done. Go play."
Like, listen, this is all you get today.
Oh no.
Well, and Gordon was so patient. He was like, "All right, here we go," you know. And he just had this like handprint. So
that was fun. I love that.
Yeah. I thought it looked pretty cool, actually.
I'll post the link to the makeup tutorial in the chat so people can get it.
Oh, good. That's cool. I would love to see that. Awesome. When I first I think I saw Sasha on Facebook, and you were talking about Alice, and and I'm like, I've never heard of you guys before. I guess you were new. I mean, new to me, maybe, I guess. And I said, I've got to get them on my show. They look really super cool. And then I started looking into you, and then I sent you the email. And so I am so glad that you guys came to my two Front Row Promotions.
Well,
we're so honored. So much. We're so honored. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
For having us. That means a lot to us.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Now, when was your first concert? Your first concert that you went to when you were younger? And who was it? When was it and who was it?
I think my first concert, my parents took me to see Jimmy Page and Robert Plant. Like, I was like really young, and they were like, my parents were like, they love Led Zeppelin and they love rock music, and they just love all the music from the 60s and the 70s, so they're like, all right, here's your first concert, don't walk too far away, from me. While I was there. It was such a blast. Yeah.
Oh, and how old were you? I'm sorry.
I don't know. I mean, I think I must have been like 11 or 12.
Oh, super cool. I was 12. My first concert was Alice Cooper. of all concerts to see, Alice Cooper.
That's awesome.
That's amazing. What was that like for you? Do you remember?
That was, because I grew up country. My parents are country, and my cousin Chucky said, "Hey, you want to go see a rock concert?" And I'm like, I don't know. And then when I went, I was like, oh wow. I was turned on. I was like, I still like country. I listen to it sometimes, but it's not my go-to thing. My go-to thing is rock and roll and the all kinds of rock and roll stuff. And, I like all kind of genres of music, but rock and roll is where my heart's at. Yeah. So, yeah. But yeah, as soon as I got turned on, Alice Cooper was amazing. I'm like, what happened? He put his head in the guillotine. He did what? oh my God, they're running around like crazy. Oh my God, this is wild. It kind of scared me at first because I wasn't sure what was coming, but I was like, oh wow, this is super cool. This is amazing. I got to go again. When's the next concert, Chuck? His name was Chucky. Is Chucky? He's still here. But, I'm like, when are we going? I just got so turned on to that, and I just wanted to keep going and going. So, yeah. And then I fell in love with Def Leppard, and it's been Def Leppard ever since. So, woo!
That's awesome.
Yes. So
you guys are so much cooler than me. Like, okay, Alice Cooper, Def Leppard, Led Zeppelin. My first rock show, because I had older siblings that were playing piano and stuff. So I'm sure I went to some classical concert. I just don't remember really what the first one was, but I do remember my first rock concert, if you can call it rock. There was a band called Brownie Mary that was a local band that opened up for Alanis Morissette. So
okay.
I got to see Alanis Morissette at my brother's college while they were on Jagged Little Pill tour. So that was
that's amazing.
I remember that.
I had no idea.
It was very cool, and I just remember, and true to me, like the opening bands are usually more like my favorite bands. I saw Queens of the Stone Age in New Zealand, and the opening band, Cairo Knife Fight, was so much cooler. And then they moved to LA, and it's like, but opening band. So Brownie Mary, check out Brownie Mary. They were a cool little like Ohio band.
Brownie Mary. Okay, I will.
Yeah, and I think that was like right in my vein. I mean, female fronted rock and roll. I was always playing in bands with girls singing. So it's kind of always a thing. That's
cool. That's super cool. So how about you, Carl?
Oh man. I guess, my very first concert experience, I had to have been in 5th or 6th grade. And growing up in Arlington, Texas, there was this little restaurant called Callaway's that was a restaurant during the day, but on Saturday nights, they cleared all the tables away, and a bunch of local metal bands would come and just put on a really great show. So I guess my very first concert experience was, I'm going to mess up the name, and I feel so bad if they see this. I think it was Manhattan Held Roses or something, but I know Manhattan was there and Roses was in the name, so I'm very sorry for getting that wrong. But
okay, it sounds cool though. I like it.
Oh, it was great, because then that ended up leading to like As I Lay Dying and Lamb of God and Slipknot and the whole metal phase that I'm still going through.
Yeah. So I guess you grew up country too, huh?
It was forced upon me, for sure.
Yeah.
And I learned to appreciate it as time went on, of course, because I realized that there's a difference between something like stadium country versus other kinds of country. Like once I was introduced to things like, Willie Nelson and Johnny Cash and Dolly Parton, then I was like, oh, maybe I do like country. It's just the different kinds. So it's
Travis Tritt and all the other ones, because that's what I grew up on those, like Alan Jackson and all those types. Yeah, and then they have all the new stuff. I couldn't tell you who's who, but I like the old stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So growing up in Texas, that was a very early and amazing experience.
Awesome. And then you got switched over like I did with the rock and roll. Pretty cool.
It got out of control. It still is out of control at this point.
There you go. That's what I wanted to do. Just keep going and going and going. That's where it's at.
All the way. Yeah.
You got it. How about you, Tash?
So I grew up listening to mostly classical. So my parents would take me to classical concerts.
Nice.
So I watched like the local symphonies and stuff. But my first rock concert was Typo Negative.
Mm-hmm.
And that really was a game changer for me, because they had an incredible keyboardist. And I was so inspired because he would use actual piano sounds, but like beautiful, epic piano sounds. And I was like blown away, because I just seen symphonies and stuff, but to see this in a context where it was like with actual rock music, I was like, whoa, blew my mind. And I was like, oh, that's what you can do with the keyboard. I want to do more of that.
Yes.
It really, really inspired me and influenced me in my music.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Very cool. Super, super. I love it. And now how about you, Sasha?
So when I was like 4, my father took me to see Sting. So that was my first like concert that I am aware happened. But I was 4. Like I don't remember seeing Sting. I'm sure it was epic.
That's so cool.
Right? Like I would love to see Sting now, and then I would probably most likely remember it. But my first concert that I like bought my own tickets to and felt like I was a grown up about it was Pantera. So I was young,
cool.
but still, I do remember it.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So this part of the segment, we like to change over to a little bit of fun stuff, asking some like off the, the topic, off the thing, and just make it more, just some silly stuff going on. Is that okay?
Yes, please. We like silly.
Yeah.
As long as you can handle like our gooberiness.
You get silly here.
You like fun, you like silly.
Yeah.
So, me and my co-host, my sister, my beautiful friend, she had we have this thing going on, whereas we ask people Coke, Pepsi, if you drink Coke or Pepsi, because we're just doing a running like okay, want to see what everybody else has or likes or does. So after I get your answers, I'll tell you who likes Coke and who likes Pepsi. So go ahead. We'll start with go ahead, Sasha, since we're right there. Yeah.
Can we say like La Croix? Does that count as Coke or Pepsi? Like orange seltzer water? Or do we have to pick Coke or Pepsi?
Right, Coke or Pepsi.
Okay, Coke or Pepsi.
Right.
Coke.
Okay. Carl?
Yeah, I would say Coke as well.
I'm losing. Okay, Scott?
Definitely Coke.
Oh. Tash?
Coke for me.
Oh, you're killing me, guys. How about you, Gordon?
Is this the Coke Pepsi thing?
Yeah.
Coke. Yeah.
I'm dead. Kandi,
Actually,
I hope you're watching.
Actually, Dr. Pepper first, and then Coke, and
okay,
then,
I
and then Pepsi.
I was going to say the same.
I do like Pepsi, but it's different. I had to get all 3 the other day. I just had this hankering, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to get all 3, and I'm going to try them all again. And sure enough, Pepsi tasted like I remember it. But yeah.
Pepsi's good. What don't you like about Pepsi?
They're all good, but I'm a Dr. Pepper kid. So.
Yeah, I used to like Dr. Pepper for a while, and then I got off, and then I just stayed with my Pepsi. And you know what? I will drink Coke. It's not like I don't like Coke. I will drink Coke if there's not any Pepsi around. So
yeah, I feel like all of us, we probably have a bubbly drink. Like we're not necessarily Coke or Pepsi or even Dr. Pepper people all the time, but I bet we all have like a seltzer,
like type of seltzer water.
Yeah, this is my seltzer water flavor of the week.
Yeah, like my one friend, he drinks, what is it called? Topo Chico. I don't know what that is.
Topo Chico.
Topo Chico. I never had it. Is it good? Is it really good?
Yeah.
Delightful.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to try it.
Bubbly seltzer water. Yeah,
bubbly.
Awesome.
I mean, you get Perrier, and you got just regular bubbly water. But honestly, Topo Chico is like better than Perrier, I think.
Oh, sweet. And it has flavors and different flavors and whatnot. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Awesome. All right. So here's the questions of the hour of the fun stuff. I'm gonna go with the question. This is my question, and then I'll show you Kandi's question. My question is, if you could get to it, I'm sorry, my dog's whining because now she's put in the kitchen. She has the gate,
Oh, so the dog gate.
The doggy gate, yeah, because she's being a little punished right now.
Toddler gate.
Yeah, the toddler gate. So, if you were in a hot tub time machine, remember that movie from the 80s?
Love that movie. Yeah.
Yes, I did too. So, if you were in a hot tub time machine and you're going to set the dial, where are you going? Okay, we'll start with Tash.
Oh boy. Oh my gosh, I don't even know. I don't even know, because I would actually go to multiple places. Like there's so many places I'd want to go, like different periods of history that I'd be like, oh, I want to see what that was like. And
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think I'm interested in just like different points of like, I guess, critical points of history. I would want to actually go and talk to the people that were there,
Awesome.
because it's always different with the people there versus what they say in history books.
Absolutely. I can see it, be there, and actually see it. You're right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good answer. Scott, how about you?
This is so hard. Oh man. Where would I go? I mean, there's too many options. It's like, I definitely want to see some historical stuff go down. Like, I don't even know, like, maybe something, like really like a long time ago, maybe from like the Roman times, just to like experience Rome, see what that was all about, That would be interesting.
To actually be there. Absolutely. Good question. Good answer. I mean,
yeah.
Okay, Carl, how about you?
Oof. Maybe it'd be kind of cool to see the beginning of time, I guess.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Like just to have that knowledge, because it's one of the most fun arguments is like, oh, well, how did it all get created? Maybe just go like to the second that it happened and then come back and not tell anyone.
I love it. Yes. Of course.
Drink some of the primordial soup.
Yes. And then you just listen to everybody else's conversations like, I know.
Yeah. There you go. Perfect. I love it. Okay, Sasha.
Oh, wow. It's so hard. Everybody's so right. I'm going to go with late Jurassic and ride a Stegosaurus.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Yes. Dinosaur taming.
Yes. So, yeah. I love it. It's amazing how they were here on this earth and now they're just, extinct and
mind blown.
I know, right?
Blown.
So crazy. It's so crazy.
Wild.
Pterodactyls and all of that. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So cool.
Yes. Gordon, how about you?
I'm gonna pull a Biff Senior and go into the future and get the get something from the future so I could go back. I'm just thinking if I have one chance to go one place, I'll go as far into the future as I can to the just the peak of our society, because at that point there's either they would have figured out time travel and then I could just go from there to everywhere else, or get my consciousness scanned so that I could go everywhere and read everything and the whole thing. So I'll go forward so I can go back.
There you go. That's perfect. Mine, I would just go back to the 80s and stay there. I'm an 80s girl. Nice. I just love the 80s. It was the best time around. And, it's just, everything about the 80s, the music, the clothing, the hairdos, all of it. So, but next question, Kandi's question is, if you were stranded on an island and you could only have 5 things with you, what 5 things would you have?
5 things.
5.
Yeah.
Upright base, infinite water, infinite food. Let's see. Probably just like the complete works of Shakespeare and all of Alice. I don't know.
There you go.
We'll go be stranded together.
Basically, that basically covers everything. Like, it's funny because I immediately thought to the show Lost. I'm like, all right, so what were the things that people had that really came in handy? So I guess any sort of survival skill. Doctoring. Our drummer Steve. He would definitely be very handy in that situation. The 5 things, probably a knife, some rope, matches, what else? A tarp. I don't know.
Knife.
Yeah. There you go.
Just got to survive out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Tash?
Oh, let's see. I'm just gonna piggyback off of everyone. I'm assuming we're all there together. So since we have a lot of the basics covered, I guess to add to that, more musical instruments that don't require electricity or a generator.
There
So we
you
can
go.
have-
A solar power generator, yeah.
Yes. Oh, and there would be hot springs there. So that would be a thing that I would request from the island, that we have a nice hot springs that we can.
There you go.
Yes. I don't know. I can't really think of things. I feel like the people make I really would make the things. So if I have my people, I'm happy.
Oh, that's good. I love it. Sasha.
Oh, wowza. Well, since we're all there together and you guys have covered the basics, Gordon, I'm just running with your infinite food includes pizza, right? So we have pizza, we're going to be fine. You already brought the great works of Shakespeare, right? So they're covered, right? We should bring RJ, who is a very dear friend of ours who like has all those survival and building skills down. So I know that he may have thought he was doing something else with his life, but now he's coming to the island.
Okay.
Let's think. What else? We got knives and rope, right? You guys, we got knives. Oh, we're gonna need like climbing gear. All of our climbing gear. Everybody gets climbing gear. It's coming in my bag of holding. We will all have climbing gear. And let's see, what else? Because it's obviously this island. If it has a hot springs, it's got to have cliffs, right? Because we have to have like waterfalls. So I'm really loving it. Guys, we got to take a trip.
There you go.
Sounds good. And the island would have dogs already. Like we don't have to bring dogs. There are already dogs.
They got to be dogs
Nailed
there.
it. Yeah.
Yes. Awesome. I love it. I love your answers, all of you. Carl, last one.
Well, Sasha said dogs, so I'm gonna go with that one also. So we got that an iPod with all of the world's music in it.
Yes, absolutely.
A smart TV with all of the world's movies and television in it.
You got it.
Somebody on the chat said fresh water. That's gonna add that to it as well.
Definitely have to have water. Yes.
Fresh water and. I don't know, something silly. Sunglasses.
Awesome. Yes, because it could get awful hot there on the island.
We gotta protect the eyes. Gotta make sure those UV rays stay at bay.
You got it.
Suntan lotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you all going where now? You want to all take a trip somewhere? I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're ready now.
Yeah, we should go to Bali.
Yeah.
In fact, we've just been packing this whole time.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, we're ready to go.
Yeah. So cool. Now, if you could say you had something on your bucket list, it could be wild, it could be regular, it could be anything you want to do. Something that's on your bucket list that you haven't done yet, or if you've done and you want to do it again. What's on your bucket list?
Pyramids. Got to go see the pyramids.
Pyramids.
Definitely want to hike Kilimanjaro.
Cool. Awesome. Yes. All right. Next.
I mean, Machu Picchu. We have to make the band Machu Picchu trip. We haven't done that.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome. Tosh?
Yeah, I'm seconding all of that. I'm like, yeah, Machu Picchu, pyramids, Kilimanjaro. That all sounds awesome. Ooh, I'd like to go see the Northern Lights. I think like going to some place where we could see the Northern Lights would be amazing. That's on my bucket list.
Yes, that would be so cool. Sasha.
The Great Wall. I want to see it. It's such a feat of human engineering. And since we're already going to Machu Picchu and the pyramids and Kilimanjaro and to Iceland, we can go to Iceland to see the Northern Lights together. That would be nice. Maybe like a stratosphere skydive. Like a super high stratosphere skydive. We can see the whole curve of the Earth together. I'm into that.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds really cool. That does sound cool. Let me know how it goes. Carl, how about you?
I would say circle the Earth. just once. Like we're already in California, so we get on a boat, we go west, and whatever's in the way, we just kind of go through that, and like we either hike or drive or hitchhike, whatever, and just all the way across the continent. And then we get, if there's another body of water, we get in another boat, go across that, just keep going until we finally end all the way up back in the same spot.
That is so cool.
Just circle the globe once.
Awesome.
Well, technically, with our tours, we've kind of done that. So.
Oh yeah, how many times have we done it over? I've been counting how far we've gotten to the moon, and I think we're like halfway or something to the
there
moon.
You go.
Yeah, we've definitely,
that would be cool.
Definitely on our way to the moon.
Or go to space.
Ooh,
Space, guys. Yes.
I want to go to
We should
space.
do a show in space.
Can we
Nice.
do a
Yeah.
show in space? Can we make this happen?
Yes.
I would love to see that. Oh my gosh, yeah. So have you been to
We'll make
Canada
a space
yet?
elevator.
And
Yeah, there you go. Have you guys been to Canada?
Not as Alice. Individually, we've been. I've performed there with Gordon and Scott as MKIO, our other band, and then I've
Okay.
also performed to System Sin at the Kinetic Festival in Montreal.
Awesome. Yeah, Kandi and Susan, they always want to know when you guys are going to come out, or that would be sweet. Yeah, we have a lot of people on the board. Susan said wine, music, water, jelly beans, and eggs. Oh, that's what she would take on the trip.
Yes.
Jelly beans.
And take
Not about jelly beans.
What's your
Yeah,
favorite
hey.
jelly bean flavor?
Susan, what's your favorite jelly bean flavor? Ooh, let's see. What's your favorites?
Oh man.
pretty much the fruit,
I haven't
like the
had-
fruit flavored ones, like apples and the apples and the those kind of ones. I think are my favorite.
If they make cherry, I'm into cherry flavored everything.
Butter
Snowballs, all that
Cherry
good stuff.
Coke.
Cherry Coke, cherry
Butterscotch.
Pepsi.
Oh.
See, cherry Coke is something special. That's something different. Yeah. And I love crystal clear Pepsi. That was the coolest.
Oh, how did that taste? Oh, Susan said grape. She likes grape. So, crystal clear Pepsi. What's that about?
Well, that was a
What's so funny?
crystal clear version of Pepsi that was back in the 80s.
Oh,
Is that late 80s?
was it a diet drink or something? I don't think I've ever. No,
Same
just regular?
Pepsi, just clear. They brought
was
it
just
back
clear?
too.
Yeah, and they, and I
Really?
think what was it? Who had the theme song? It was the band. There's a band that had they did the theme song for it.
Wow.
Huh.
I'm gonna look that up. I'm inquisitive now. I gotta see.
And the Crystal Pepsi could get a theme song. That's amazing.
Right now,
Yeah.
it's no tomorrow. Right now,
Oh.
it's everything. Yeah, Van Halen. There it is.
That's
Oh,
true.
wow.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah, Van Halen.
Everything.
Yeah,
exactly.
you got a good memory for that. That's awesome.
Just the right time, right place.
Now, who have you collaborated with, or who would you like to collaborate with?
I mean, we've collaborated with so many people, musically and otherwise. There's a lot of different levels. From visual artists to musicians to producers. For me,
Yeah.
I feel like my dream collaborator would be Gary Newman or Trent Reznor, or maybe both of them.
Nice. Awesome. Sasha?
So since we were talking about collaborating musically and otherwise, we've just had such a gift of getting to work with amazing artists and performers here in Los Angeles, dancers and visual artists and costume designers and actors and 3D modelers and renderers. Like we've really had, when we were doing electrical earlier, you know, we had those Marlon and Sheena, the amazing dancers, Brian and Lennon, the incredible actors, and then our robot was created by the phenomenal Clint Carney, and he put together all of the editing for that one, and I just like, holy cannoli.
That was pretty cool, yeah.
Right, so talented. So I feel like we've been able to collaborate visually with a lot of people as well as sonically, and I feel like that we're so lucky. And as far as who would I want to collaborate with, I don't know, the people in my band. You know, like I feel like that's awesome. Yeah, that's my answer.
That's good. How about you, Carl?
Oh man, well, one of the main things that I love to focus on for the band is the visual, I guess the camera work, for lack of a better term. My brain's a little mushy right now.
That's okay.
So one collaborator that I want to do a music video for the band with so bad is Spike Jones, because his music videos, ever since like back in the day when he did that goofy one for Sabotage and everything, was just so insanely like creative and simple all at the same time.
Nice.
And I feel like if I could just like work with him, I'd be so happy. So,
awesome.
That's gonna be my answer for now. There's
There
a
you
million
go.
people. That's the only one that's in my head right now, though.
There you go. Good answer. Gordon, how about you?
If I could collaborate with him, I feel like I would like to, if I could I had this opportunity to take a lesson from the late great Neil Hefti, who's a composer, TV composer in a big band, arranger and stuff, and I feel like, you know, he was an old guy. He passed away before I got a chance to really, like, you know, I was too busy to, you know, it didn't line up. But I would love to go back and just be able to study from and be able to learn from and collaborate with like all those awesome big band arrangers, the Nelson Riddle, Sammy Nestico, you know, Neil Hefti, all those guys.
Awesome. Very cool. Tash?
Well, to piggyback off of what everyone is saying, because I mean, I always consider it an absolute gift to get to collaborate with these guys. I'm always, it's like one of my number one grateful things that I'm grateful for. Many things to be grateful for in life, right? But
awesome.
I love my band a lot. But outside of the band, I think it would be amazing for us to get to collaborate with Delirium. Speaking of Canadian artists, I love their music, and I feel like it would be really, really cool to get to do something together, whether it was a remix or, you know, getting to tour together or whatever the case is. Like that would be really, really cool. I love their music.
That's very, very cool. I love that too. Let's see. Susan said, of all the great artists that have passed on, who do you miss the most? And then she said, for me, it would be Freddie Mercury and Alexi Laho, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking Bowie. First thing popped out. I've been thinking of Bowie a lot. Like, what would Bowie do? What would Bowie think?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of amazing artists that have come and passed too quickly, you know.
Yes, that's true.
It's hard to,
hard to pick, yeah. Sasha?
I have to unmute everything. There's lots of dog noise going on here. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay.
Alfred Hitchcock. I would love to study, take lessons, sit at the feet of, you know, such a great mind. So yeah, that's my great artist.
Awesome. Carl?
Oh man. I'm gonna say two. One guy that I got really upset whenever he passed away was Robin Williams.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was
sure,
a big one.
And
then there was also a great cinematographer named Conrad L. Hall, and his stuff still, like, the images that he was able to come up with back in his day all the way up until the day that he passed away are still in my mind just absolutely game changing and breathtaking, all rolled into one just human being. So if I could just like sit down with him, just be like, so tell me how to do it, I would be so happy about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. And Scott?
Oh, I guess for me, geez, it's hard again. Like, I don't know. I feel like Jim Morrison, like, for him, Jimi Hendrix, David Bowie, of course,
Yeah.
Prince.
Oh, yeah. It's a good one there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Tasha, did I get yours?
Oh, not yet. I feel like everybody's been hitting people. I was like, yeah, them and them. And it's definitely hive mind here. I'm like, yeah. So to add to the list, actually, I was thinking Anthony Bourdain. I really loved what he brought to the world and just brought just a lot of perspective to different communities around the world. And like, really, I mean, I wasn't even aware of certain cultures until I watched his show, and I was like, wow, it's really beautiful what he brought to the world. So I really miss him and his artistry.
Awesome. Yeah. It's so hard when we see the artists and the rock stars pass away so soon in life as well. And it's like, wow, it's too soon. It's too soon. What happened? Yeah. But I guess we could just learn by what they had out there, and just still just like what they do, like what they did. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the best thing that we can do to honor all of the people that have inspired us is to like take what they've given us and to try to amplify those little messages and those little lessons that we've been inspired by.
Absolutely. You got that right. Perfect answer. Yes. So it's getting close to near the end of the interview. Is there anything you would like to say, mention out to your fans? Anything out there?
Just hello to the Mad Hatter Army. I don't know. I know we got a lot of people from our communities just hanging out on the chat. So thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I just want to express a lot of gratitude because like really we're an indie band, and like we absolutely could not do what we do without the support of our community. And like yourself, Lisa, thank you for taking the time to get to know us better and to chat with us and to take your time with us. Like we're really, really grateful.
Oh, well, thank you. And I'm so grateful to have you guys here. And when I see something good and I see good in you, in your music, in your art, I want to show the world. That's how I feel. That's my passion. And I just loved music ever since, and the rock and roll world just taking me by storm. And when I saw Sasha and I saw the makeup, and I'm like, wow, this is really cool stuff. I gotta have these guys and gals on here, So, and I appreciate you letting me have that opportunity to have you here and also play your music and your videos, because I want the world to see what you can do, what you guys do, not what you can do, what you do, and what everything about you. So, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Now, if someone was just first starting out in the business, what advice would you give them to do?
Like in the music business, you mean? Or
yeah, in the music world. Mm-hmm. If they wanted to become musicians and do like the whole band thing, and what would you give advice? What's your advice?
I would personally say to just find the thing you are most passionate about and do it with all of your heart, and don't let anyone tell you what to make or do. Just trust your instincts.
Absolutely. Carl?
Just adding on to what Scott said, all of that, and then practice and persevere.
Awesome. Perfect. Sasha?
One foot in front of the other, and don't be afraid to like fall flat on your face. And thankfully with this group of people, like there is grace. So when I do fall flat on my face, there's a patience and a grace to it. And if you can find like those kinds of people, like don't let go,
Exactly.
So yeah, be able to like, don't be afraid, fall on your face,
Because you just got to dust yourself back off and get back up on a horse again and go right back for it. Yes. You got it. You got it. Gordon?
That's funny. You mentioned the horse. I was trying to think of something, and just my rule of thumb that I use on the motorcycle is trust the machine, trust yourself, follow the rules.
There you go.
And the rules aren't necessarily like the rules, they're the rules, but then there are the rules that you have figured out for yourself. Like if you set yourself rules, like people who trade stocks and stuff, just create your rules and then actually follow them. So yeah, that's what I would say. Trust and follow the rules.
I like that. Perfect. Your answer, all of your answers are great. And Tosh.
Oh man, everyone has said such wise things that I love. I think to add to that, I would probably say to be kind and to listen, because both those qualities go a really long way. Like be kind to yourself, listen to yourself, be kind and listen to others. Like, when you're making music in a group, it really is an art of listening. So it's like, it's not just about your voice, which is beautiful. You should absolutely listen to your own voice, but it's also about listening to other people's voices and to create something in the mesh together, and to listen to other people outside of yourself, to go like, hey, there's other people in the world that have a lot of wisdom to listen to. So yeah.
Awesome. I love it. Perfect answers. Wonderful. And it's we have a few more on the board. I would just pull up if we can.
I have to bounce out here. I have to head to a job, but I really appreciate you having us.
Real quick.
I have to go personally, but please keep going. Keep going.
Okay,
keep going.
real quick. I want to do a picture. I usually get pictures, and I'll let y'all go. Here you go, if that's okay.
Oh yes, of course.
Oh yeah.
And we'll stay on. Gordon's the only one that has to leave.
Yeah. I just have to.
And smile. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. I took 3 pictures.
Yeah.
So
okay.
One should turn out. I'll do that a lot.
3-dimensional.
So,
all right.
yes.
Thank you, everyone.
All right.
Really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
And you're welcome to come back
Bye.
anytime. Thank you, Gordon. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
We love you. Bye-bye. Yeah, so there's a few more if you can. After this I'll let you guys go. The 2 bands that came to mind, Blank Thought came through the town you all might enjoy playing with. North by North Chicago and Children of Indigo, I think Dallas, if y'all ever looking for openers or people to play with.
Awesome.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. We always are. I'm the one that does all the booking. And so one of my favorite parts about booking the tours is discovering new music in different regions. Like that's something I'm very passionate about. So it's always wonderful to hear suggestions of bands to check out, because I become a fan myself. So thank you for those suggestions.
Wonderful. And just a couple more. Spooky Puppy said, so awesome to be able to watch this interview with such an amazing band.
Oh,
that's a great school name too.
That is awesome.
Spooky Puppy. I like that.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, we've been hanging out on the Discord. So
yeah.
good
Well,
people.
I thank you guys so much for coming to Front Row, and you guys are welcome to come back. And if there's any way possible, if you can perform your music live here, we would love that. We encourage that. But if you can't, we have the videos to show. I just want to see I want the whole world to see you. And that's what the interview is all about. It's about you.
Well, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And much love to Kandi again.
Yeah, feel better.
Chat with
And
you.
Susan,
Yeah.
Absolutely. Throw the love out to Kandi. Yay! We miss you.
how do you do that?
Make a C and make
like
another
that.
I've
C.
never done
I
that.
got
You
like
go
2
upside down.
magnets and wow.
That as well.
And you make a heart, or you can
Yeah.
make a heart any which way.
I'm like trying to do it the other way. You did that.
Any which way you can. Put 2 fingers together and whammo bammo. You guys are amazing. I love your energy. And like I said, you're more than welcome to come back. And just, I love you guys.
We love you too.
Yeah,
Thank you so
Much love
much.
to you.
Thank
All right.
you for coming.
Take care.
You
Good
too.
night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right.